basically take you through how to get data from the web. We learned about how to scrape data from web pages. And when you scrape data from web pages, as we did yesterday, basically what you get is this. And this is just data. If you want to transform that into information and eventually into knowledge, that really means something for people, you need to first make sense of it and then present it to people. So data visualization and data storytelling, which is very important for data journalism, is a very big step that hasn't been covered yesterday because the first step is of course to get the data. And the example I'm going to give you here is not really about open data because it's data for one particular scientific project, but what I want to emphasize is that now we have available on the web tools that let us create very advanced visualizations and interfaces that can take the data we got from the web and show it to people through the web too. So just a few words about the ALMA radio telescope. So this is a telescope that's being built in the Andes near San Pedro in northern Chile. It's a very advanced instrument, very complex, a lot of hardware, a lot of software. And we have been working with ALMA for a few years on designing visualization components for the control of this telescope. These are not web-based at all. These are written in Java. They are in the control room for operators and astronomers. But recently there was a need expressed by the ALMA people to get fairly high-level data about the instrument itself, how it's being used for doing science, how much time is spent doing maintenance. That is stored in a fairly simple database that can be accessed through the web. And they wanted us to work with them on creating a web-based interface to access this data that is available in a format that are very similar to what we saw yesterday during the scraping hackathon. And so what we worked on collaboratively with ALMA is designing a web-based interface that would take this data from which is in JSON for people who know about this format, and reuse existing open software technologies that work on the web and create an interface that would make sense to the managers of ALMA and people who have to track daily the status of the instrument. So I'm actually, I wanted to switch to the actual system here. Here. So what you see here is a mashup of many web-based technologies. We have components that do visualization of various types of data. We have summary tables. We have things that looks like spreadsheets where we can sort columns. We can filter data out of here. For instance, if I'm interested only in specific antennas, I can apply filters to my data. Sorry, that's not what I wanted to do. I can get details about a particular antenna. I can get graphical views. I have to go through a VPN connection here because the network didn't allow me in the first place to access the data, so it's a little slow. But I can get time-based representations of that exact same data you saw. First, it's all fairly simple JSON statements in the first place. I have access to logbooks about the data, and also geographical information that shows people where antennas are located in the mountain. How do I go back? I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so this I did. And so just to give you an idea of how we do that, this is all web-based. It's using pure HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. There's no fancy thing like Flash or whatever. And we use a set of fairly well-known JavaScript and HTML, CSS libraries, including Bootstrap, that was developed for Twitter in the first place, data-driven documents, which is used a wanted to finish on something else that was developed at MIT a few years ago, because the examples I showed you required a lot of development, actually, in HTML, JavaScript, CSS. There are two engineers working with me on this project. But if you want to create this sort of visualizations you see here, where there are similar components that are predefined, you can use tools available for people who have very limited knowledge about programming, and just by writing a few elements in an HTML page, provided you have data like we learned to scrape yesterday, you'll be able to create visualizations like this, really writing just a few lines of code in an HTML page. Okay, so if you want more information about what we've done or about the exhibit thing I just showed, you can come talk to me now, or to the two engineers that are in the room here, Fernando Del Campo and Luis Belis, who have been actually doing the software development for